Welcome to Into the Unknown. I'm your host, Kraken. I've been a paranormal investigator for 14 years. When my dad passed away in 2010, I began experiencing some unusual things, which led me to become an active member in the paranormal community. In 2011, I helped found the National Paranormal Society and currently serve as a senior director overseeing two departments which cover investigation research, team resources, and photography. I have led 3 local paranormal teams and currently lead NPS of Texas. From 2011 to 2014, I was involved in the filming of NPS Alone as the only female investigator on a team of 5. I have previously hosted 3 paranormal shows: Torching Hot Topics with Torch Paranormal, DNS Live with DNS Paranormal Crew, and NPS Focus, all hosted on the Para Encounters Network. The study of the paranormal is called parapsychology. During the show, we will cover ghosts and hauntings, haunted locations, aliens and UAPs, also known as UFOs and ufology, cryptozoology, demonology, ancient mysteries, and the occult. Within these areas, we focus on photography, science, health and safety, technology, and investigation research, along with team resources. Since this is a featured show on the Meet Me app, I will not be able to acknowledge your comments in real time or thank you individually for your gifts. But I will take a moment at the end of the show to say thank you and to give some shout outs. If you have questions or comments for me, please stay after the show. Please also remember to keep the comments respectful in the chat and towards myself and my guest. Those who cannot contain themselves will be escorted out of the stream. Now, if y'all are ready, let's go. Into the Unknown is back. So I want to welcome you here where we journey deep into the mysteries that defy explanation. I'm your host, Kraken. I do hear some background noise. It has been going on with the featured shows, so I'm going to try to speak loud and hope that it fades away as we're going because it's driving me crazy. Anyway, it's been a few months since my last show, so I thought tonight we would explore the paranormal in general. Whether you're a true believer or a curious skeptic, prepare to have your mind expanded as we step in the realm of the unknown. Can y'all hear that noise? It's driving me crazy. Anyway, first let me introduce you to a new segment of the show, which is called Paranormal News Around the World. This one. Each week, we will look at news stories developing around the world in the paranormal field. Here is a roundup of some intriguing paranormal stories making headlines this week around the globe. You ready? The United Kingdom declassifies new UFO footage. British authorities have released new declassified footage showing unidentified aerial phenomena. The video has sparked renewed debate on whether these sightings point to advanced foreign technology or possible extraterrestrial origins. There's new UAP footage and government disclosures. Recent releases of declassified videos and documents from the US and European agencies continue to stir discussion about unidentified aerial phenomena. These disclosures have renewed calls for further investigation into whether these sightings could involve advanced technology, natural phenomena, or something even more extraordinary. A Romanian haunted castle investigation is taking place. A historic castle in Transylvania is drawing attention after several reports of ghost sightings and unexplained sounds. Local paranormal groups have launched investigations into the castle's eerie occurrences, linking them to its storied, often yet tragic past. New Orleans asylum encounters. In New Orleans, paranormal investigators are reporting a surge in ghostly encounters at a long-abandoned asylum. Witnesses have described hearing mysterious footsteps, disembodied voices, and even catching fleeting images of apparitions roaming the halls. Haunted heritage sites under investigation. In parts of Eastern Europe and the UK, local authorities and paranormal researchers are reopening investigations into historic sites, such as castles and old manors, with reports of ghost sightings, eerie sounds, and unexplained activities. These efforts aim to separate folklore from fact, attracting both media attention and tourism.
Australian cryptid sighting. In a remote area of Australia, residents and local researchers are abuzz over reports of a mysterious creature sighting. The accounts describe an elusive cryptid-like figure, adding a new chapter to Australia's rich tapestry of unexplained phenomena. Mysterious cryptid sightings. New accounts of cryptid encounters have emerged from remote regions around the world, including areas in Australia and South America. Witnesses report sightings of elusive creatures that fuel local legends, prompting further scientific and folkloric research into these mysterious beings. International paranormal conferences. Paranormal researchers, former government officials, and enthusiasts are gathering at major international conferences from Berlin to Tokyo to share the latest findings and theories on topics ranging from ghost investigations to UFO phenomena. These events highlight the global interest in unraveling the mysteries of the unexplained. These stories reflect a global fascination with the paranormal, as official bodies and independent researchers alike strive to uncover the truth behind these mysterious events. If you'd like to learn more, please visit the sites where these stories came from. You can check out the New York Times, Reuters, CNN, BBC News, The Guardian, and Mysterious Universe. Stay tuned as these stories continue to develop. Now, let's get into tonight's show. We are going to begin by defining what paranormal means. You probably saw it in the opening video, but there is a different explanation for it as well, or definition for it. It covers any phenomena that challenges our conventional understanding, from ghostly apparitions to encounters with beings that we can't quite explain. Historically, these stories have been passed down through generations, blending folklore with personal experiences. Tonight, we'll explore the 7 areas that make up the paranormal field. They are ghosts and hauntings, which covers spirits, residual energies, I'm having a hard time tonight, and unexplained encounters in haunted locations. Cryptozoology, which is the search for legendary creatures like Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. UFOs, or more commonly known as UAPs, and alien encounters, which includes the intrigue surrounding declassified documents and mysterious sightings, especially near places like Area 51. The occult, which delves into secret traditions, esoteric practices, and the hidden knowledge that has fascinated humanity for centuries. Demonology, which is the study of demons and malevolent spirit beings, exploring their origins, characteristics, and cultural impact. Haunted locations, which are places reputed to be inhabited by spirits or paranormal energies, often tied to tragic or mysterious events. And ancient mysteries wraps up the list, and it includes odd phenomena, structures, or practices from ancient civilizations that continue to intrigue and puzzle historians and researchers. Let's quickly delve into each of these areas so that everyone understands what they are. Ghosts and hauntings. Ghosts are typically defined as the spirits or souls of deceased individuals that are believed to linger in the world of the living. Hauntings refer to the phenomena such as unexplained sounds, apparitions, or movements, often reported at locations with a history of tragedy or mystery. These events are attributed to the presence of these entities and are a central focus in paranormal investigations. Cryptozoology is the study of creatures whose existence is not scientifically confirmed, commonly known as cryptids. These include beings like Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster, which are rooted in folklore and modern eyewitness accounts. While mainstream science may regard these creatures as myths, cryptozoologists explore the possibility that there could be undiscovered or even misunderstood animals in our world. UFOs, unidentified flying objects, or more commonly, we're using UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, which refers to any aerial object or event that cannot be immediately identified in alien encounters, also known as ufology. This area of the paranormal includes reports of UFOs or UAPs, along with accounts of alien encounters, which have spurred debates about the possibility of extraterrestrial life visiting Earth. These investigations range from government studies to eyewitness reports and aim to determine whether these occurrences have natural, man-made, or otherworldly origins. The occult encompasses a broad range of esoteric practices and mystical traditions that explore hidden or secret knowledge. This field includes ancient rituals, alchemy, astrology, and the practices of secret societies, among other things. The occult often deals with ideas and phenomena that lie outside conventional scientific understanding. practitioners and scholars alike to delve into mysteries of the spiritual and unseen realms. Demonology is the study of demons or malevolent spiritual beings that explores their origins, characteristics, and roles in various religions and cultural traditions. It examines how these entities are portrayed in mythology and folklore, as well as their influence on historical and contemporary beliefs. Haunted locations are places reputed to be inhabited by spirits or paranormal energies. Often tied to tragic or mysterious events in history, these sites attract attention for reported ghost sightings, unexplained sounds, and eerie phenomena that spark curiosity and fear. And last but not least is ancient mysteries. These refer to unexplained phenomena, structures, or practices from past civilizations, from the construction of monumental pyramids to enigmatic artifacts and lost knowledge. These mysteries continue to intrigue historians, archaeologists, and paranormal enthusiasts as they search for clues about our distant past. Let me know your thoughts on these areas in the chat. We're going to have an open discussion a little bit later in the show. Now, for those of you just joining us, this is Into the Unknown, a featured show here on the Meet Me app, and I'm your host, Kraken. We've just started the show, and tonight we're talking about the paranormal in general and looking at the 7 areas of the field. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the support. Now, before we move on to cover the 7 areas of the paranormal, here's a few trivia questions for you related to tonight's show. You can write these down or you can remember them, but as we go through the show, we're going to cover all of these, and then at the end, we're going to give you the answers. So, trivia question number 1. Which famous ghost ship is said to roam the Atlantic? Its crew frozen in time. Trivia question number 2. Which cryptid whose name translates to goat sucker is reputed to prey on livestock, leaving behind mysterious bite marks and drowned animals? Trivia question number 3. Which U.S. state is renowned for its high number of UFO sightings and is home to the infamous Area 51? Trivia question number 4. Which influential occultist, known for his esoteric writings and controversial reputation, founded the religious philosophy of Thelema and authored the Book of the Law? I look like I am missing a few here. Trivia question number 5. Which demon often is referred to as the Lord of the Flies and is associated with demonic possession? And the last one, what are the mysterious massive geoglyphs found in Peru that continue to baffle researchers with their scale and precision? I want you guys to hold on to these thoughts. We'll revisit the answers later on in the show. Now, let's turn our focus to one of the most captivating realms of ghosts and hauntings. Ghosts are often thought to be the lingering spirits of souls of individuals who have passed away, yet for some reason remain connected to our world. These apparitions are typically reported in locations marked by significant emotional events, such as battlefields, old prisons, or homes with tragic histories, which many believe fill the area with powerful residual energy. Hauntings can manifest in various forms. Some are subtle, could be a sudden chill, unexplained sounds, or fleeting shadows in the corner of your eye, while others may be more dramatic, with full body apparitions, voices, or even physical interactions. Researchers in the paranormal field often differentiate between residual hauntings. Those are where events seem to replay like a recording without direct interaction, and intelligent hauntings, where it appears that the spirit is aware and even trying to communicate. Across cultures, ghosts and hauntings have been interpreted in different ways. In some traditions, they are seen as guardians of sacred sites or messengers from the beyond, while in others, they are thought to be trapped souls seeking resolution or redemption. Historical records, folklore, and personal testimonies often blend, creating rich narratives that span centuries. These stories continue to be passed down and reinterpreted, keeping the mystery alive and fueling modern investigations. While many dismiss ghost sightings as misinterpretations of natural phenomena or psychological projections, the persistence of these reports suggests that there is a deep human need to understand what lies beyond our physical existence. Paranormal investigators use tools such as infrared cameras, EVP, electric voice phenomenon recorders, and environmental sensors to capture and study these occurrences, aiming to separate fact from folklore. Ultimately, ghosts and hauntings challenge our understanding of life and death and the nature of reality. They remind us that history is not just written in the textbooks, but lives on in the whispered legends and unexplained events that continue to spark our curiosity. Whether you see them as remnants of past lives or as manifestations of collective memory, hauntings compel us to explore the boundary between the known and the unknown. When we think of ghosts and hauntings, we can consider iconic sites like the Tower of London or the Myrtles Plantation, places where history seems to seep through the walls. The Tower of London was originally built by William the Conqueror in 1066 and has served many roles over the centuries, from a royal palace to a formidable prison and even a treasury. Its rich and often bloody history includes the execution of high-profile figures like Anne Boleyn. Over the years, numerous reports of ghostly apparitions, mysterious sounds, and unexplained occurrences have added to its eerie reputation, making it England's most haunted landmarks. Myrtles Plantation, located in St. Francisville, Louisiana, is an antebellum estate steeped in mystery and legends. Known for its picturesque yet eerie charm, the plantation is rumored to be haunted by multiple spirits, including a former slave and young girl whose tragic stories have been woven into its lore. Visitors have reported sightings, unexplained noises, and even reflections in mirrors that hint at the restless energy lingering among its historic walls. Now let's venture into the realm of cryptids, the creatures that straddle the line between myth and reality. From the elusive Bigfoot in North America to the legendary Loch Ness Monster in Scotland, these stories have fascinated and divided us for decades. Interestingly, many of these legends have roots in indigenous folklore long before the modern sightings began. So let's take a look at a few well-known cryptids across the world. Since I just mentioned Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster, let's start with these two. Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, is legendary. He's an ape-like creature reportedly roaming the forests of North America. Bigfoot is often described as a large, hairy, bipedal humanoid. Sightings and footprints have fueled decades of debate, making it one of the most iconic figures in modern cryptozoology. Loch Ness Monster, often affectionately called Nessie, is said to inhabit Loch Ness in Scotland. Descriptions vary from long-necked plesiosaur-like features to a more serpentine appearance, and the enduring legend has inspired numerous expeditions and studies, despite a lack of concrete evidence. The chupacabra originates in Latin American folklore and means goat sucker. The chupacabra is reported to be a creature that preys on livestock, leaving behind mysterious bite marks and drained animals. It's typically depicted as a reptilian or dog-like creature with spines or quills along its back, sparking both fear and fascination. Mothman was first reported in the 1960s in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and is described as a large, winged humanoid with glowing red eyes. Often linked to ominous premonitions, sightings of Mothman have been associated with impending disasters, adding an eerie layer to its mysterious reputation. And last but not least is the Kraken. Yeah, that's right. The Kraken is also a cryptid, and my years-long involvement in the paranormal is how I affectionately earned this nickname. Hailing from Scandinavian folklore, the Kraken is depicted as a gigantic sea monster, resembling a colossal octopus or squid. Legends tell of its ability to drag entire ships beneath the waves, contributing to maritime superstitions and inspiring sailors' tales of the unfathomable depths of the ocean. Similar tales can be found in other parts of the world. In the Himalayan region, the Yeti is a well-known figure with many parallels to Bigfoot, while various Siberian and Australian Aboriginal cultures also recount stories of forest-dwelling creatures. These legends, passed down through generations, reflect a profound connection to the natural world and recognition of unknown forces that might be able to inhabit its remote corners. It's a reminder that our fascination with the unknown spans cultures and centuries. Now, our curiosity isn't limited to what roams the earth. The skies have long been a canvas for mysteries. Countless UFO sightings, especially near Nevada's infamous Area 51, have sparked debates about extraterrestrial life. Are these unexplained lights simply misidentified natural phenomena? Or could they be evidence of something far more extraordinary? In recent years, our government has significantly shifted its approach to investigating UFOs, or more formally, unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP. Agencies like the U.S. Department of Defense have not only acknowledged the existence of unexplained aerial objects, but have also established dedicated programs such as the UAP Task Force and its successor, the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, otherwise known as AARO, to systematically analyze these encounters. AARO was established by the U.S. Department of Defense in July 2022. We talked about it in previous episodes of the show, and is tasked with investigating unidentified anomalous phenomenon across all domains: air, space, maritime, and cyber. Established to centralize efforts in collecting and analyzing unexplained events, AARO aims to enhance national security by ensuring a systematic and transparent approach to understanding these occurrences. This modern initiative reflects the government's commitment to exploring the unknown in a rigorous, data-driven manner. As a result of AARO, we are seeing increased transparency. Government reports and declassified documents over the past few years have provided a glimpse into previously hidden data. These releases include videos and eyewitness accounts from military personnel that highlight unusual flight patterns and behaviors not consistent with well-known aircraft or natural phenomena. Rigorous analysis. Rather than dismissing these reports as mere anomalies, the government now treats them with a data-driven approach. The scientific method, y'all. Investigations are underway to determine whether these phenomena could be advanced technologies from foreign adversaries, natural atmospheric occurrences, or something entirely unexpected. We're seeing ongoing investigations. Although no definitive evidence has yet confirmed extraterrestrial origins, the persistent nature of these sightings has led to widespread public interest and further legislative and scientific scrutiny. The establishment of offices like AARO underscores a commitment to understanding these mysteries with the possibility of national security implications. An impact on public discourse. These efforts have sparked a broader conversation about what might be out there. While the mystery of alien encounters remains unsolved, the government's openness to exploring UAPs has given new legitimacy to the field of UFO research, and it's fueled ongoing debates about humanity's place in the universe. Several countries around the world have taken steps to investigate UAPs, much like the US government. Here are a few of them. France has been at the forefront with its GEIPAN, G-E-I-P-A-N program, which is part of the French Space Agency. GEIPAN has been studying UAP reports for decades, publishing reports and maintaining a database of sightings to better understand these phenomena. The United Kingdom's Ministry of Defense previously ran an official UFO investigation program, but it was wound down in 2009. However, many of its historical files have been declassified and released, and interest in unexplained aerial phenomena persists, with ongoing public and research initiatives reviewing past cases. Brazil has a rich history of UFO sightings, and its government, including the Brazilian Air Force, has conducted investigations into these events. Some cases have been declassified over the years, adding to a long-standing cultural interest in the unexplained. Chile is another country where UFO sightings are frequently reported. The government has established commissions to review and investigate such phenomena, aiming to offer explanations that sometimes blend scientific inquiry with cultural tradition. Although much of Russia's research into the UFOs remains classified, historic records indicate that the Soviet Union, and now the Russian government, has had its own investigations into unexplained aerial events. Details are scarce, but interest in UAPs has long been a part of the official discourse. Each of these countries approaches the study of UAPs in its own way, with varying levels of transparency and public engagement. This global interest underscores the widespread intrigue surrounding these mysterious phenomena and the ongoing quest to understand what's really out there. Now, let's explore the realm of the occult, a subject that has captivated secret societies, scholars, and seekers for centuries. The occult encompasses esoteric knowledge, mystical traditions, and ritual practices that often lie hidden from the mainstream society. From ancient alchemy to tarot readings to modern-day secret orders, the occult has woven its influence through history, inspiring, again, fear and fascination. Tonight, we're going to touch on historical traditions, how alchemy, astrology, and ritual magic shaped early esoteric practices, secret societies, the influence of groups like the Freemasons and the Rosicrucians, whose enigmatic symbols and practices still spark intrigue, modern occult practices, contemporary interpretations, and practices that continue to push the boundaries of what we consider possible. Historical traditions. For centuries, occult practices have woven through the fabric of human history. Ancient civilizations engaged in alchemy, astrology, and divination to understand the unseen forces of nature and the cosmos. These early traditions laid the groundwork for mystical philosophies and secret rites that have evolved over time. Secret societies. Groups such as the Freemasons and the Rosicrucians have long been associated with the occult. Often shrouded in mystery, these societies were believed to safeguard esoteric knowledge and engage in ritualistic practice. Their symbols and ceremonies continue to spark fascination and debate in modern culture. Modern occult practices. Today, the occult blends tradition, mysticism with contemporary interpretations. Modern practitioners may explore tarot, ritual magic, and New Age spirituality, often using digital platforms to share and evolve ancient wisdom. The evolution reflects an ongoing human quest to explore the unseen and understand deeper spiritual truths. Have you ever encountered occult symbols or rituals that left you wondering about their deeper meaning? Share your experiences in the chat and let's unravel some of these mysteries together. And we will talk just a little bit later in the show about some of that as well as the after show, y'all. We'd spend 30 minutes after the show chit-chatting. So tonight we've only scratched the surface of mysteries that continue to challenge our understanding of the world. Remember to keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay curious. For those of you just joining us, this is Into the Unknown, a featured show here on the app all about the paranormal. I am your host, Kraken. We just briefly covered 7 of the areas of the paranormal. We just covered 4 of them. So we went through ghosts and hauntings, cryptozoology, UFOs or UAPs, and alien encounters, and the occult. That leaves us with 3 left to discuss. That's going to be demonology, haunted locations, and ancient mysteries. Since we are halfway through the show, I would like to give a shout out to my bouncers for keeping the chat clean and respectful and also engaging. Please be sure and favorite them. Make sure you're favoriting each other in the chat as well. So let's take a look at who the top 3 gifters are at this point in the show. I have at number 3 is Bella, number 2 is Mikey, and number 1 is MC. You guys, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for just being here for the first show back after about 6 or 7 months. So still trying to get back in the saddle. So I love you guys. Mikey, I see your comments. I have seen you. Stay after the show. I want to talk to you about some stuff. All right. Please favorite all 3 of the gifters. Actually, just go down through the whole list and favorite all the gifters. And then again, favorite each other in the comments. If you would like to be on the show, please let me know. You can send me a message on IG. You can send a message to Lugs, who you see in the chat. You can put it in the chat. We can talk about it after the show. So definitely let me know if you want to be on the show. We are starting back up officially next week. So this week is just kind of practicing getting everybody going. All right. Demonology is next on our list and is a systematic study of demons or malevolent spiritual entities found throughout human history. It explores how different cultures, religions, and mythologies have conceptualized evil and the supernatural. Here are some key aspects to consider. Historical roots. The study of demonology dates back to ancient civilizations, where demons were often seen as both literal beings and symbolic representations of darker aspects of human nature. Early texts, rituals, and folklore served as frameworks for understanding and warding off evil. Cultural interpretations. Across various traditions, demons have been depicted in a myriad of ways. In some cultures, they represent pure evil or chaos. In others, they might be seen as just troubled souls or even agents of divine punishment. This diversity reflects the complex human attempt to make sense of suffering, misfortune, and the unknown. Religious context. Many religions incorporate demonology into their belief systems. In Christianity, for example, demons are often associated with the fallen angels and serve as a counterpoint to divine goodness. In other belief systems, such as in certain branches of Hinduism or ancient Mesopotamian religions, demons may play roles in cosmic balance, symbolizing necessary dualities like light and dark or order and chaos. Modern relevance. Today, demonology has expanded beyond religious text into areas like literature, film, and paranormal research. It invites us to explore both the literal possibility of malevolent entities and the psychological or symbolic reasons behind their persistent presence in human culture. This is what happens when you're off here for 6 or 7 months. Whether viewed as cautionary tales or metaphors for human conflict, demons continue to captivate our imagination. Now, let's go over a couple popular demons that you may or may not have heard of. Lucifer, or Satan, who is often depicted as the fallen angel in the embodiment of evil in Christian theology. Beelzebub, who is sometimes referred to as the Lord of the Flies, associated with demonic possession and malevolence. Asmodeus, who's featured in Judeo-Christian lore and often linked to lust and revenge, with appearances in various literary works. Leviathan, who is described in biblical texts as a monstrous sea creature or serpent, symbolizing chaos and destruction. Mammon, who represents greed and material wealth and is frequently portrayed as a corrupting influence. Belial, who is associated with wickedness and worthlessness, appearing in several mythical texts as a powerful demon. Abaddon, or Apollon, who is mentioned in the book of Revelation, often seen as a destroyer or an embodiment of the abyss. Astaroth, who in some grimoires is depicted as a powerful demon associated with seduction and the acquisition of forbidden knowledge. Each of these figures has been adapted and reinterpreted through history, contributing to a rich tapestry of folklore and demonological studies that continue to fascinate and terrify. By examining the evolution of demonology, we gain insight not only into ancient rituals and beliefs, but also into our own modern fears and fascinations. It serves as a bridge between the tangible and the mysterious, challenging us to consider how the forces of darkness have been understood and personified throughout the ages. Now, haunted locations. Haunted locations are places where the paranormal is said to be especially active and where the energy of past events seems to linger in the atmosphere. These sites are often steeped in history with tragic or mysterious events that leave an indelible mark on the location, contributing to its eerie reputation. Many haunted locations are associated with sorrow, loss, or violence, such as old mansions where untimely deaths occurred, battlefields soaked in the memories of conflict, or prisons where suffering was a daily reality. The stories and legends that develop around these sites are passed down through generations, blending documented history with folklore and personal experiences. Visitors often report sensations like sudden chills, unexplained noises, fleeting apparitions, or a heavy, palpable atmosphere that suggests the presence of something beyond our understanding. Over time, these haunted places become cultural landmarks, attracting both those who seek a brush with the supernatural and researchers eager to unravel the mysteries behind the sightings. Whether you view them as repositories of historical trauma or as locations where the boundaries between the living and the unseen blur, haunted locations continue to captivate our imagination and invite us to explore the mysteries of the past. In addition to the Tower of London and Myrtle's Plantation that we covered in Ghosts and Hauntings earlier, here are some additional famous haunted locations, each with its own chilling history. Eastern State Penitentiary in Pennsylvania is a former prison known for its harsh conditions and haunting history, where visitors report eerie sounds, shadowy figures, and feelings of intense sorrow. The Winchester Mystery House, located in California, is a sprawling mansion built under peculiar circumstances by Sarah Winchester, reputedly haunted by the spirits of those killed by the rifle fortune her family made, with bizarre architectural features meant to confuse restless ghosts. The Stanley Hotel in Colorado, which famously inspired Stephen King's The Shining and is known for ghostly encounters and unexplained noises that captivate guests and paranormal enthusiasts alike. All three of those are on my bucket list to go investigate, and we'll get there. Each of these locations is steeped in history and legend, making them popular topics for ghost stories and paranormal investigations. Now, ancient mysteries. Ancient Mysteries invites us to explore the mysterious legacies left behind by civilizations long past. They encompass a range of unexplained phenomena, from the awe-inspiring architectural feats of the Egyptian pyramids and the mysterious alignment of Stonehenge to the cryptic geoglyphs of the Nazca Lines and the lore surrounding lost civilizations like Atlantis. These mysteries not only challenge our understanding of history and ancient technologies, but also spark questions about the true capabilities of our ancestors. Each of these enigmas carries with it a blend of documented history, folklore, and speculation. For instance, the construction of monumental structures with precision and scale raises questions about the engineering knowledge and social organization of these early societies. Similarly, artifacts and structures that seem out of step with what we understand of ancient cultures hint at a lost knowledge or perhaps interactions with unknown influences. As we delve into these ancient mysteries, we journey into a realm where science, archaeology, and myths intertwine. The enduring allure of these topics lies in their ability to evoke wonder and curiosity, reminding us that even our modern age, this past still holds secrets waiting to be discovered. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, exploring ancient mysteries encourages us all to look beyond the surface of history and consider vast, uncharted depths of human achievement and possibility. Let's take a look at a couple of the phenomena that I mentioned. Starting with the Egyptian pyramids. These monumental structures have long sparked debate about the methods and purposes behind their construction, with theories ranging from advanced ancient engineering to lost technologies. Stonehenge. This prehistoric stone circle in England raises questions about its original function, whether it was an astronomical observatory, a religious site, or something else entirely. Atlantis. Described by Plato as a powerful and advanced civilization that vanished beneath the waves, Atlantis remains one of history's most enduring legends and a symbol of lost worlds. The Nazca Lines. These massive geoglyphs etched into the Peruvian desert continue to mystify researchers regarding their creation and intended meaning, with theories spanning astronomical calendars to ritualistic purposes. The Moai of Easter Island. The giant stone statues carved by the island's early inhabitants pose questions about how such massive works were transported and erected, reflecting a sophisticated yet still mysterious culture. Each of these ancient mysteries not only provides a glimpse into the past, but also invites us to explore the limits of historical knowledge and human ingenuity. As we near the end of tonight's journey, let's revisit our trivia questions and share the answers. Are you guys ready? Here we go. So, which famous ghost ship is said to roam the Atlantic and is frozen in time? The ghost ship roaming the Atlantic with its fabled frozen crew is known as the Flying Dutchman. Trivia question number 2. Which cryptid whose name translates to goatsucker is reputed to prey on livestock, leaving behind mysterious bite marks and drained animals? The cryptid whose name translates to goatsucker is the chupacabra. You're supposed to be able to see the answers now. Trivia question number 3. Which state is renowned for its high number of UFO sightings and is home to the infamous Area 51? The state famous for UFO sightings and home to Area 51 is Nevada. Trivia question number 4. Which influential occultist, known for his esoteric writings and controversial reputation, founded the religious philosophy of Thelma and authored the Book of the Law? We didn't cover this one in the show tonight, but we have talked about him before. That is Aleister Crowley. We did a show on him, if some of y'all remember. Trivia question number 5. Which demon is often referred to as the Lord of the Flies and is associated with demonic possession? This demon is Beelzebub. And last but not least, trivia question number 6. What are the mysterious massive geoglyphs found in Peru that continue to baffle researchers with their skill and precision? The geoglyphs found in Peru are the Nazca Lines. Did you guys get that while we were going through? That's why I gave you the questions before we started so you could be looking out for them. All right, so how about one more before we leave this Q&A of trivia? What term is used to describe the unexplained movement of objects often attributed to spirits? Do you guys know? We didn't cover it in the show. Let's see how well you know the paranormal. What term is used to describe the unexplained movement of objects often attributed to spirits? I don't see any guesses in the chat. You guys, it's poltergeist activity. You guys have seen the movie Poltergeist, right? It's poltergeist. All right. Everyone loves some good trivia, and each week I will incorporate some trivia questions related to the show topic into the mix for you. I am going to give you the trivia questions at the beginning of the show so that you know what you're going to learn about. And then at the end of the show, we're going to review it, and you guys will get the answers, okay? Going to try to teach you. This is going to replace the Parawheel. I know you guys love the Parawheel. We loved seeing it spin, but it was such a pain in the rear to get everything up and going for it. So we're going to do it this way so you guys will learn something each week. So we are going to do trivia related to the show instead of seeing the same trivia questions over and over again from the Parawheel. Now, for those of you just joining us, this is Into the Unknown, a featured show here on the Meet Me app, and I am your host, Kraken. We just wrapped up talking about the paranormal in general and looking at all 7 areas of the paranormal field. We also got the answers to tonight's trivia questions. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the support. Now, we've got a few minutes left, so how about an open discussion about what we covered tonight or questions you may have? I asked everyone earlier to share their thoughts on the 7 areas of the paranormal. So what stood out to you tonight? What experiences have you had in any of these areas? What would you like to see me cover on the show? I am seeing dreams come up. That's going to fall during into the occult, and we will cover that in the future. I wanted to do like dream interpretation and look at that. So I'm doing some studies on that that we will talk about on the show. If you've been in my stream regularly, you know that I make notes every time during my stream. So Fresh Joseph, I'm going to add dreams into the mix for sure to make sure that we get that covered. You had a bad experience with a demon. Mikey, after the show, let's talk, because yeah, I've had some of my own too, with some of my experiences and my investigations, like to the point I studied demonology just because of that. I had a client that had some issues with demons, and we can talk about that in the after show, or you can come into my stream during the week. I love talking about the paranormal. I feel like my sleep paralysis came from my missional state that night, like they could sense, but Saul, it is possible. I probably would have some questions for you. I need to go back through and look at all of the comments that you've made to kind of get some history on that. She's a classic Karen. Who's a classic Karen? You also have an attachment as well. Mikey, let's talk about that, because I can probably help you with some of that. Any other questions? You guys are kind of quiet tonight for 263 views. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about? We got about 15 minutes here. A classic Kraken. I was like, did I miss Karen's comment? My dream was about my dad attacking me. I woke up, heard massive footsteps, and then couldn't move. Saul, are you in an area that is haunted? Is that kind of it? Love the show. It's awesome. Mikey, thanks for being here. Mikey, tell me again. I saw something about Wednesday night you had put in the comments. What kind of questions? Anything related to the paranormal? Anything related to tonight's show? I tried to come back with a kind of a basic education of what we cover here on the show. The show officially pops back off next week, so we'll have guests on the show. But tonight I thought it was important to kind of surprise everybody with a show and come on and kind of talk about the 7 areas of the paranormal that we do talk about here. Live investigations. I would love to do a live investigation, and I've definitely looked into it. I've just got to get my equipment up and going, and I still have to get my tablet fixed for one of my pieces of equipment. You go live on Facebook. Yeah, send me a note, Mikey. Send me a note. We've done in the show, you guys may remember this if you've been here for a while, when I was in Broken Bow, Oklahoma, and we did a show. We went through all of my paranormal equipment, and we were using my tablet and got some activity, and so it totally went right into a paranormal investigation at that location. So that was a lot of fun. I saw him and his mom reaching out to me. Aw, Jalen, that's kind of cool though. they're coming back. I know my dad passed, so I get to see my dad a lot. That happened about 15 years ago. It's how I got into the paranormal, actually, was because of that. How do you message me? Wiley, thanks for the rose. You can message me on here. My IG is Kraken_whips. If you want to hit me up on IG as well. You've made a deal with God too hastily. Okay, you're going to have to tell me more about that, Saul. Glenn, I'm doing good tonight. We got the show up and running, so we're talking about the paranormal right now. You guys, we got about 6 more minutes. You don't have IG, Mikey? You should be able to go on here and click on my profile and send me a hi, and you can message me on the Meet Me Up that way. Blake. Thank you. Thank you for the gift. There is a chat on this app. Yeah. If you will just hit my picture, and it literally should come up, and there should be a say hi feature on there. You can send me a message on here via that. When my dad had heart failure, I asked him to save him in exchange that I might fight his holy army. It sounds nuts. No, Saul, that's the one good thing about this show and about being with me. Nothing is nuts. Who just sent that wheel? Bella, thanks for the wheel. I am back. I am back. The show's taking on a little bit of a different view, so I'm loving it.